We might have opened this upside down. This is our TV cabinet. Right, anyway, quickly to my point. We ordered our bed. Where did we order our bed from? IKEA, right. This is our TV stand. We've ordered it from Next. And as you can see, they have given us it already with these little things that, as people who order from IKEA already know that you have to put in, and they are very frustrating. This is very weird that I'm lying down doing this. The thing is getting to my head. Anyway, my point is, we are never going to order from IKEA again, are we? No, Next all the way. Next are amazing. Thank you, Next. Anyway, back to the time lapse, because we have a TV cabinet to build. Also, this is our new sofa.
Hey, come on, it's supposed to take 30 minutes.
How cool is that?
You're spending 30 minutes talking.
Yeah, I'm talking too much. 7, 8 o'clock. Just getting towards... You do have a thing about making drawers, don't you?
I'm making drawer doors this time.
Yes, well...
Cupboard doors.
Our sofa has arrived. Happy days. And we seem to like making quite a lot of mess from ordering things online. I know it's not quite the level of Casey Nisbet, but yeah, it's getting there, isn't it? You're doing all the same things, but just had that sunset behind you. It would look stunning. Never again will we order from IKEA, as you have seen. This is Next. A lot more mess, but better products. That's all I'm going to say. Trying to pick up where I left off. Why would anyone stay in a dead-end job? I just bumped into 2 old work colleagues that I used to work with. I hadn't seen these guys in at least over a year, 2 years, since I worked at that place. And they're obviously quite shocked. One of them was my old manager, one of them was just PT. But it then brought on the whole concept of perspective. You know, I only worked at this place for several months, and then I made the decision to leave. Some people say that was a silly decision. Some people say you gave up a really, really good job. Some people say you shouldn't have done that. I look at it as, at this age group, 20 to 25-year-old, you're like a sponge. You need to soak up as much as you can. What I mean by that is knowledge, life experience, everything. That doesn't mean staying in education because someone says it's a good idea, not because you want to. That doesn't mean staying in a job when you're unhappy because it looks good on the CV. For 10 years later, for someone to go and give you a pat on the back and say, well done. You know. And it was ironic that I got so much shit at the time when I made the decision to leave that job that walking past them, and they'd obviously just all hung over getting into their car, and I was walking to my new flat and starting my new job tomorrow. That's the perspective that I'm talking about. Passion equals success. If you were to look at my CV, you would see it as lots of experience, and I got quizzed on this in the new job that I'm starting, but not longevity. And I have to answer this question all the time, and my answer for getting out of it and for answering why they question it is exactly what I've just said. And then they look at me and they go, okay, I see that. Do you know what? that actually, and a little spark goes on from their head. A little spark goes off in their head, like a light bulb. And they go, do you know what? That makes a lot of sense. That makes so much more sense than everything that I was told at school, everything that I've lived by for God knows how many years. It doesn't mean that you can't be good at your job. It doesn't mean that you can't succeed and do everything else. It just means that you tweak your perspective a little bit. It doesn't mean that you can't stay in a company for 10, 15 years. Just be happy about doing it. Or know the reasons why you're doing it. Don't do it for someone else. Don't do it because you're paying the bills. Don't do it because I got nothing else to do. You know? I haven't been in official employment since February of this year. But I've still been able to move into a new flat, work my YouTube channel, produce content, run another business. But I've been happy. I've been happier than I've ever been happy. So the question is, everyone else that goes, oh yeah, I'm really, really busy with work, 9 to 5, everything else, and then goes to the pub first thing Friday after work, and that's their biggest achievement, and they're throwing up Saturday morning. Well, ask yourself, you know, are you really happy? So I start my new job tomorrow. It's very early days, but I don't want to get into the ins and outs of it, because it's day one of my first job, but it's not my first job, no, correction. I'm going to edit that out. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to give me a chance to go back to doing what I do best, which is selling, which I enjoy, and you're going to probably see a different side to me on this YouTube channel. You know, for the first year and a bit, you saw the creative side of me, filming, editing, passion, photography. But now, obviously, as you know in life changes. And for all the years leading up to all of this, I worked in sales and marketing. So you're going to see that side of me now. So I'm pretty excited to go back to it. So starts tomorrow, first thing in the morning. So hopefully I'm going to incorporate it into the vlogging. Obviously you can't vlog when you're working in an office. I mean, you can if it's a media platform type of modern day offices, but this isn't one of those offices. So I'm gonna kind of work it into like I have at previous workplaces, delicately and stylishly, so you guys get a sense of what I'm doing day to day, and that will help get a fresh kind of different style of content to the day-to-day stuff as well, not just us building sofas and our bedroom. You know, you don't want to see that. So it's gonna give a different kind of spice to it as well, which should be cool. But yeah, that's gonna be a different take on it. So anyway, that's just a quick update. So I'm gonna love you and leave you, and goodbye.